So a 5:13 dead 4 after a 12 thou reaction time. 16 total. Carl is 16 total. But 9/10 thousandths of a second says that Rodney Snyder's rolling into round number 5 on the Super Pro side, as Sarah Kidd's going to take on Ruben Quintero. Ruben coming in out of Mexico, 6:07. Dialing on the scoreboard for the Camaro, Sarah in the S10. Racing under some of the lights here at Tucson Dragway. Sarah with the advantage. Rides the brakes and gives it back. Ended up too quick. 679 on a 681 was actually running too quick anyway. 679 on a 681 after a 10 thou reaction time. Ruben is 48 green and dead on 1. Kid had predicted the car was going to run 680 run. Took 5 down at the stripe and ends up breaking out. Quintero on to round number 5 is Sammy Franco and Keith Downing. Downing in the Arrow. Franco in the Camaro. 5:53 is the dial for Sammy out of the right lane. 7:31 is the dial for Keith out of the left, and a 10 thou split reaction time. Wind light turns on for Downing by 7 thousandths of a second. Keith, 7:32 on a 7:31. After the 27 light, Sammy Franco was 10 thou behind that, 0:37 and 1 above as well. Wind light to Downing over on the left side. Once again, Super Pro Dragster. Super Pro Dragster. We are looking for our doubles in lanes 3 and 4. Our singles in lanes 7 and 8 is Andrew Olson and Faustino Zaragoza. It's one of those interesting things for some of our cars that had actually run round number 3 yesterday versus those that had to come back and run round number 3 a moment ago. It's been a little bit of a wait. Andrew Olson did not miss a step. 005, 2 above, Andrew. The Camaro on the right side turns on the scoreboard. Faustino with 629 dial. 22 thou green and goes 632 on a 629. So Olson 005, 2 above. Wind light to the Camaro out of California. As Nick Ingles rolls up, part of the Minnesota Mafia in the Coronet, and Don Toya. And the Roadster playing on the home turf, 5:32. The dial in for Don, 627. The dial in for the Coronet. Pre-stage bulbs are lit, and we know there is no more breeze in the air as the smoke from the burnout continues to linger over the starting line. 4 thou separating the this end of the racetrack. Don trying to track down the Coronet and will do it. Don Toya, 14 green, dead 2 is 16 thou total. Nick with the 018 reaction time. Gets locked out by 2 thousandths of a second, ends up running 6:31 on a 6:27, so the Roadster lights up that right lane scoreboard is Travis Rutzel and Dustin Wirtz. Dustin's dialed 523. Travis trying to keep at least a member of the Minnesota group in the game late on a Saturday night. 5:51 the dial in for the Camaro in the left. Going to be the first one to find the pre-stage bulbs. A little bit of communication happening back and forth down there on the starting line. Dustin trying to make sure that everything was just right. Travis, who had been sitting there in the pre-stage position, decided to back out and reset his mind. And roll on in. Advantage to Travis this end of the racetrack. Win like Travis, 5:55 on a 5:51 was 009. Leaving the starting line, Dustin was 31 green, take 24th out with the stripe to go 5:22 on a 5:23. Ends up under by 6th out, taking 24 down at the finish line. Travis gets the win light. And the Camaro out of Minnesota rolls into round number 5 of the Super Pro Door Cars. John McDaniel in the Lumina, Brad Pierce in the Corvette. Pierce coming off of that semi-final round appearance. Really performance Saturday. Pierce is going another round as John McDaniel is 003 red. Brad 39 green, dead 5. To take the victory lap down the right side, McDaniel ends up 589 on a 587 as Aaron Milton and Karen Snyder roll up. Karen's dialed in with a 536. Aaron's dialed in with a 590. So we'll see the left side lead first. And left side leads red. Aaron red by 11 thousandths of a second. Karen's 38 green, dead 5. To pick up the win light down that right side of the racetrack is Paul Lorden rolls up against Rodney. Rodney again double entered. Trying to stay that way. Once again, Super Pro Dragster, Super Pro Dragster. We do need to make sure you are back in the staging lanes, please, for round number 4. Super Pro Dragster, need to make sure you're back to the lanes, please. Again, 3-4 for doubles. So Super Pro Dragster, we do need you back, please. Paul's dialed 618, Rodney's dialed 512. Thousandth of a second. The difference in reaction time. Scoreboard lights up for Paul Lorden. 16 dead 3. Going to be a winner for the Vega out of the left side. Rodney was 17. Take 13 thou. To end up 11 thou under. So Lorden will be bringing the Vega back. We got dragsters rolling into the water box. So if you are one of our Super Pro dragsters coming back for round number 4 and have not yet made your way back to the staging lanes, we'd love to have you there now, please. Please, oh please, oh please. So Hector Solito, racetrack ride out of Mexico, dialed in at 516. I believe in the car that is being shared between Neil and Chad Axford. Neil's going to roll up dialed in at 503. Final call, Super Pro Dragster. Need you to make your way back, please. Super Pro Dragster, final call. 3 fouls separate them in reaction time, and Neil is 20 dead 1. That'll get the job done. Hector Salida was 23 on the tree. Neil is 21 total. Pressimone going to be rolling the car back around to the back of the staging lanes. As Jeff Taylor and Leroy Duran. A couple of hitters out of Arizona. Taylor in the Genco plumbing car, dialed 459. Leroy dialed in at 486. Taylor's going to be the first one to roll in and light up the pre-stage bulbs. Leroy is late. Like late. Reaction time starts with a 2. He bails out of it, runs 5,700 down the racetrack. Jeff Taylor, 26 green. And then goes 469 on a 459. As Taylor's going to advance it around number 5 with now Mark Kidd and Greg Christensen. Christensen dialed 459. Mark, the proprietor at Kidd Performance and Dyno. Trying to stay alive in the race data he sponsors, 469 to a 459. Christensen's already got the pre-stage bulbs lit. The Colorado-based car. Going up against Twin Falls, Idaho. 20 foul. Differentiate them at this end. A 471 on a 469. Mark Kidd is moving on to round number 5. Greg was 45 green and goes 62 on a 459 down. Mark Kidd was 25 green to turn on the left lane scoreboard, be 471 on the 469. It's Carson Campbell and Riley Learcamp. Backing up from the burnout. Carson is back. Olympia, Washington. To Olympia, Washington. So we had a lot of Colorado on Colorado. We got a little Washington on Washington. Happening right now. We got a whole lot of Washington-based cars, or at least Great Northwest-based cars, rolling in here to fight it out. Advantage to Carson Campbell, win light. He's 8 total. 007, dead on 1 for Carson Campbell, rolling out of the right lane and moving on to round number 5. Riley Learcamp, 25 thou behind the green light, then runs 471 on a 470. So Carson punching his ticket into round number 5 is Amelia Henches and Jerry Hall. Jerry, 528 down left side. Henches, 471 dial right side. Rolling our way through round number 4 in Super Pro. 1,000th of a second was the difference. Amelia, 006, dead 8, gets the win light. Down the right lane, gets there second. Ends up 14 thou total. Jerry Hall was 005, takes 16 thou at the stripe, breaks out by 7 thousandths of a second. So Hench is your winner in that pair is Pat Marbach. Mark Barnhart. Barnhart, Ezel built car, dial 465. Pat Marbach in the reduced wheelbase version of the dragster that will fit in your regular garage, depending on how regular your garage is. Dial 513. Pro finals. Pro finals. Coming down. Let's get you headed into the staging lanes, please. Pro finals. Barnhart for the win, 15. And then 466 on a 465. Take 33 thou at the stripe. Marbach was right there with him at the hit. Marbach 16 green. Barnhart was 15 green. Marbach ends up 400 above. And Barnhart moves on as, again, pro finals. It's your turn. We'll take you down into lane number 8. Pro finals, lane number 8, please. JR Learcamp, race kit. A lot of the Washington cars trying to hold on here in round number 4. Race dialed 474, Learcamp dialed 455. Difference in reaction time. Advantage Learcamp, win light race kit. 11 take 2, ends up dead on 6 for race. To move into round number 5, JR was 006 and 13 thou above. Ends up short by 0.02 of a second. Race rolls into the next round as Chris Whitfield, Paul Dowdy. Whitfield for that dialed-in detail kit. The undercover car dialed 467, and for Paul Dowdy, 493 is the dial for the racer out of Centerville, Utah. Dowdy and Whitfield both pre-staged as Whitfield starts to creep his way forward. Dowdy rolling in. Advantage Whitfield. Win light, Whitfield. 19 and right on the dial. 467.7 on a 467 for Chris. 21 thou the margin of victory for Whitfield out of the right side. Paul Dowdy was 33 green. And 1 above. To be behind by 21 thou at the finish line is Anne-Marie Glambaki and Jason Dawson. Dawson running out of Vegas, Anne-Marie running out of Meridian, Idaho. A 461 to a 460 dial are on the board. Anne-Marie's got 461, Jason Dawson's got 460. At this end of the racetrack, Jason just happened to be better. 462 on a 460. Jason was 43 green. That was 0.03 of a second better than Anne-Marie, who ends up running 4.606 on a 461. Jason to the stripe first by 0.07 of a second. 2 above, lights up the win light. So it sounds like we've got our pro finals back in the lanes, having whatever discussions need to be had before we moving up here. So if we could get our doubled Super Pro dragsters back as quickly as you can, please, we would appreciate that. I believe we've got both of our pro finalists already back there. And we will decide a third winner on the night. All right, so just waiting on one more dragster to make his way back. And I believe that is Mr. Mark. Riley Learcamp, Chad Axford going to be the pair on the track right now. Neil has already advanced in the car that they are sharing. Chad's going to roll up this time right side with it dialed in at 503, Riley Learcamp. In another of the Washington-based cars. The resumption of the Friday race seems to have been pretty good for the Washington cars. We've got a whole bunch of them that have made their way into round number 4. We'll see if Riley can take one more of them into round number 5, or if Chad Axford is going to keep the blue car running hot. 5,000 the difference in reaction time. Again, neither one of them were great, but Chad Axford lights up the scoreboard. Riley was 26 green, take the stripe by 29 thou, and breaks out by 6 thou. Chad Axford 31 and 1 above to get the win light. Once again, Mark Kidd, your presence is anxiously awaited in the staging lanes. We'd love to have you back. We can get our final pair of dragsters down the racetrack, and then Sir James, who has been sitting on the bye for the last 2 rounds. Sounds like he is finally going to get that. And that will put a wrap on round number 4. We've got our pro finals back there waiting to roll so that we can hand out a third trophy, a third check. Again, Brandon already picking up one of them for the Hughes Performance Saturday victory. Travis Keys picking up one of them for the Super Pro victory out of a Hughes Performance Saturday. So with the two dragsters back there in the staging lanes, going to be serving as our final pair in Super Pro round number 4. Sir James, as we said, has been a provisional buy that carries over for the last couple of rounds. Didn't end up getting it, ended up having a race, and this time he finally gets it. The 67 Barracuda takes the solo. Dialed in at 589. And ends up perfect. And runs 587 with an 8. So trip zip, 587 on a 589. Sir James is going to get it back into the pits, get it turned around quickly so that he is ready when that Super Pro door car gets called. Sounds like our final pair is fired up and is rolling this direction. And then we will get to our pro final for the Kid Performance and Dyno Friday night remix. It's the remix. As we are approaching 11 o'clock here on a Saturday night. Track is holding up well. Temperature's holding up well. Yes, good. Jeff Taylor and Mark Kidd separated by a 10th as far as the dials are concerned. All right, Super Pro door car, Super Pro door car, round at number 5. Super Pro door car, round number 5. Let's go ahead and get you headed back into the staging lanes if we've got any doubles left. Let's get you into lanes 3 and 4, singles into lanes 5 and 6. A Super Pro door car, come on back. Taylor's down 459, Mark Kidd right side down 469, advantage, Mark Kidd, win light, Mark. 470 on a 469 dial. He's 003, take 9 thou to move on. Jeff Taylor was 36 and goes 458 on a 459. Mark moving into round number 5, our pro final. As Brandon Umberger just about turns the jelly bean sideways coming out of the water box. Umberger's dial 589, Joe Kidd dial 682, Umberger 003 He lays down a 3-pack and takes a margin of 3/10,000ths of a second. Ryan Gleghorn says you have officially earned your man lap. 003 and nothing at the finish line. Joe Kidd was 10 green. Run 681 on a 682. And a nice job for Joe Kidd ending up as your runner-up. But Brandon Umberger, 003, 589.0 with a true margin of victory of 3/10,000ths of a second. Oh my.
All right. For our racers that are still in competition, listen up. We are going into round number 5, I do believe. We will complete round 5, and then we will be done for the night. So once again, we're going to run round 5, and we'll be done for tonight. The game plan for tomorrow will go as follows. We will start the day off with our new entry time run. We'll then go into round number 1 of our RB Component Sunday. We will complete round 1. We will go into the buyback round for RB Component Sunday. After the buyback round, there will be 11 cars left in tonight's program, or the Kid Friday night program. We will complete Kid Friday after the buyback round. Once that's completed, we'll go back into round number 2 of our RB Component Sunday, and we'll wrap that up as well. But once again, we're going to finish round number 5 here tonight. At that point, there'll be 11 cars left. We'll be on the ladder, all those great things. Be just 4 rounds away from a $10,000 winner on Kid Friday. We will start tomorrow. We will run round 1 of RB Component Sunday. We'll run the buyback round of RB Component Sunday. And then we'll complete Kid Performance Friday following the buyback round. Once that is completed, we'll go into round number 2 of RB Component Sunday, and then we will run that to completion. Missing 1 door car, missing 1 door car, need you here. Missing 1 door car, need you here. Missing 1 door car. We need you to the lanes. And at this time, I will take Dragsters round number 5. Dragsters round 5 will take you to lanes. Doubles 3 and 4. Singles. Three, 4 for doubles, 5, 6 for singles. Once again, we'll take round 5 dragsters to lanes, doubles to 3 and 4, singles to 5 and 6. Rodney Snyder left side, dial 512, can take on Ruben Quintier Jr., dial 606. Win light, give it to Snyder, 001. Dead on 8, lays down 9 total. Ruben 15, take 4 to be 1 hun under. Rodney Snyder, 9 total, moves on. Travis Ritzel left side, dial 555, take on Andrew Olson, dial 604. Give it to Ritzel, 005, dead 6, lays down 11 total. Olson, 11, take 21, puts him 21 thou under. Ritzel moves on. Keith Downing left side. Downing dialed 731, take on Brad Pierce, dialed 635. Downing 16 and one above, turns on the win light. Pierce 32, take 15 to be 15 thou under. Keith Downing move on. Missing 2 dragsters, need you back. Missing 2 dragsters, need you back. Missing 2 dragsters, need you now. Karen Snyder dial 536, take on Sir James Hartvixen. Hartvixen dial 588. Snyder 31, 11 thou under. Karen will be on the ladder when we come back tomorrow. Paul Lorton dialed 618, take on Don Toya dialed 531. to Don. 26, take 8 to be dead on 8. Lorton, 22 and 2 above, no good. Don Toya, be back tomorrow. Race Kid left side, dial 474. Get down Chad Axford. Axford dial 503. Double red lights, Chad's 10 red, Race is 1,000 red, and Race will be back tomorrow. Mark Kidd left side, just watched his son turn on a win line. Mark still doubled out 469, take on Carson Campbell out 461. Separate win line, give it to Campbell, 20. One above gets the win. Kid, 17, take 19. To be 4,000 under, need to take 15 or less. Carson Campbell will advance. Jason Dawson, dial 460. Going to take on Mark Barnhart, dial 465. Win line, give Jason Dawson 10 dead 5, lays down 15 total. Barnhart 26 dead 7, had no chance. Jason Dawson will be back tomorrow. Jeff Taylor left side, dial 458, take on Amelia Hinches. Hinches dialed 471. Amelia lays it down, 1 dead 5, lays down 6 total. Taylor did not make a bad lap, 8 take 2, puts him 4,000 under, had no chance as Amelia was 6 total, and she will advance to tomorrow. So we are waiting for our doubles to come back around before we complete Super Pro Round 5 and put a bow on what's been a long and treacherous Saturday here at the Southwest Showdown. Had a couple delays, some with weather, some with stoppages on the racetrack. But we completed our Hughes Performance Saturday main events. We completed a Kid Performance Pro final from Friday. After we get done here with round number 5, we'll be down to 11 cars in our Kid Performance Friday Super Pro category. And then once again, the game plan is we'll run round 1 of our RB Component Sunday. We'll run the buyback round of our RB Component Sunday. And then we will complete Kid Performance Friday and then roll right back into Sunday and complete it as well. We will take our 2 doubles back. Neil Pressmoni and Mark Kidd will take you back. Neil and Mark will take you back. We also almost made our goal of 500 likes on our Bang Shift live stream feed. Currently 15 likes short. So close. If you're one of the 228 watching and you have not clicked the like button, what are you doing? It's like the easiest thing you can do. It's the easiest way to help out here for Chad and Bang Shift Video. The more likes, the more people get to see this great racing that we get to do here at the Southwest Showdown and all across the country. We're up to 490. Only 10 short now. We're getting closer. See if we can get to 500 before we put a bow on Saturday. And I believe I see a Chevette in front of the tower. So we will have a winner circle celebration for Brandon Umberger. I'm assuming so we'll do that after we're done with tonight. All right, being told last pair of the night. Getting ready to head to the water. So we'll complete this round. with this pair, and then we'll do our winner circle celebration for Brandon Ellenberger. Put a bow on Saturday. Neil Pressman on the left-hand side, dial 503. Get down Chris Whitfield. Whitfield dial 467. Whitfield 16 to above gets their first 7th foul. Neil missed it. Put a foul under, no good. And that will wrap us up here in round number 5 for Kid Performances Friday 10K. That'll wrap us up with all of our on-track action here on Saturday of the Southwest Showdown at Tucson Dragway. Once again, we will complete this race after the buyback round of RB Component Sunday. We will make sure we have 3 main event winners by the end of tomorrow. With that being said, we thank y'all. Hope you've had fun. Please be safe. And Nate Hershey going to take us through the rest of the evening.
Yeah, we're going to check that. There we go. Now it's working. We are standing down here in front of the tower with not one, but 2-time winner of the Big Checks, appropriate to the nickname, Big Check, Brandon Unberger. Man, it's been a crazy weekend with the weather and all that kind of stuff. Had to wait it out all the way until today. Raced through $5,000 on Hughes Performance Saturday. Turned around, came back, won another $5,000 for Kid Performance and Dyno. Man, this car is just on a roll, and you made it happen today.
Yeah, it's been a hell of a day. I think that final round was past 18 for today. I tell everybody, I said, if you're going to beat me, you better beat me before 3rd round, because if I get on a roll, the car's better than I am, and that's dangerous. So, and this thing didn't vary but a couple thou almost the last 10 passes, and it made me look good. I got away with a couple there. I missed the tree a couple times, and the car bailed me out. But you know, it was a collective effort, and it was a hell of a day. So it's been a wild one the last 5 months for my family. So I really needed this.
Well, we're glad that you got it then. I know you and I did pass each other in the staging lanes, and you said that exact same thing. You said, look, you know, we're coming up on round number 3. Once we get past that, it's pretty much just kind of automatic. You know, that final round of the first race actually ended up being a best 2 out of 3, right? You rolled in with 2, had the bye in 1, raced Matt in 1 round, had to come back a 2nd time. Was it in your head of him getting you the first time?
No, it wasn't. I knew, I kind of knew in my head going into that it was probably going to be a best 2 out of, or I guess 50-50 shot. I was probably going to have to see him twice. He's a hell of a racer, and this is his home track. He knows what he's doing, and when I let go in the semis, I knew I was in trouble. I was hoping to just get bailed out, get lucky. It didn't happen, so just reset, come back for the final, and managed to turn the wind light on.
And then you came back for the second race. I mean, literally like hot lapping within like 10 minutes apiece. And then there was a little pause before we got to the final. Did that do anything for you?
No, it didn't. I was in a good headspace. I mean, I was just kind of doing my thing, and I was ready to go as soon as everybody else was. I like to just stay in rhythm and do the same thing.
Well, I'll tell you what, your thing includes 2 hats, 2 trophies, 2 checks, Hughes Performance, Kid Performance Dyno, and a nice little $10,000 sum. Congratulations, man.
Appreciate it. Thank you, guys. I got to give a huge shout out to my family, my wife, my kids, my whole support staff at home, my mom, my dad, my brother. He's in a cancer facility right now. He got diagnosed with leukemia, so this one's for him.
Well, we will definitely keep him in our thoughts, man. Congratulations to you. You deserve it. Thanks for being here, brother.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's it. Dude, Brandon Umberger is a bad, bad man. That was awesome. The Jelly Bean not letting him down today. He's selling himself short too. That car is amazing, but he really knows how to wheel it, and it was a cool one to watch for sure. So, congratulations to him and everybody else that won today. And we're going to finish up our Friday program tomorrow after the buyback round. And then finish up our Sunday, which is another 10 grand and 5 grand. So, if Umberger can do that tomorrow and triple it up, what a weekend that would be. So, pretty awesome, and real proud of everybody and all the staff here at the track. This has been a challenging weekend so far. Tomorrow is supposed to be considerably warmer, which I am really looking forward to, as we're supposed to be mid-70s, and it should be another great day of drag racing. So to all of you guys out there, thank you so much for joining us and being a part of this. We really do appreciate it, and we'll see you tomorrow morning for another